What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Wolfden Gaming here, and yeah, it's been a long time, and today we're actually going to be doing a different video, and it's going to be a Ranking Legends video. So, last time we did was actually Season 4. So, you know, 4 seasons have gone by, a lot of different upgrades to Legends, so, you know, let's start it off. Okay, so to start it off, we're going to be doing C tier. I didn't make a D tier because I feel like there's no one really at this moment who's so bad to the point where they need a complete kit rework, which is pretty much what D tier is. To start off with C tier, I'm going to start with Rampart. Not much to say about this one. I mean, I don't think anyone watching this video right now is thinking that she should be higher than that, to be honest. She's just not a great legend. She needs a really good buff. I think she got a buff Season 8. I don't know what it was, but clearly wasn't that good, because like a couple days ago I got into a fight, and Rampart was on my team, and she was putting up her barriers, and it's just like it takes like 20 minutes for one barrier to go up. Like at that point, I'm getting shot at, she's getting shot at, we're literally just getting killed, and the barrier's still going up. So I think just for that alone, she's not that good. On top of that, her turret, I don't know what it is about the turret. It's just like no one uses it. Like I've never played with a Rampart that like really uses the turret to a really good benefit to help our team out, you know what I mean? So just for that reason alone, I'm gonna have to put Rampart at C tier. I really hope she gets a good buff in the future, because I really like her kit. I think her kit is super effective. I just think they need to actually do more with it to make it to the point where it is effective. Okay, so moving on to the next legend in C tier, I'm gonna have to go with Crypto. Crypto's not a bad legend. I really don't think he is. He just, my issue with him, I actually used to be a really good Crypto. I'm not gonna give myself a lot of, you know, recognition, but I was a pretty good Crypto main. I had, you know, 600 something kills with him, and you know, I thought he was honestly really good. He's got a good kit as well, you know what I mean? I think that in the right situation, he's very, very strong. But I think that's what it comes down to. He is very situational, and I think that that can be a major weakness on a really good squad that is maybe has a more aggressive aspect to it. And if you're a Crypto, you kind of just have to sit out and watch everyone from afar while like your teammates are getting shot, and you know what I mean, you can't get in there. Obviously, like his EMP is very effective, but again, you're not currently in the battle while you're using that EMP. So it's kind of like you kind of screw yourself by helping your team with him. But even when you are helping your team, there's still a man down going into a fight. This could be kind of like a controversial thing, because a lot of people either put him at a very high tier or a very low tier. So for me, I'm going to put him at a lower tier, and there's actually another legend in this video that people are going to be like, oh, he should be low, or people are going to be like, oh yeah, this is perfect, you're the first person I've seen that actually puts this legend there. So for Crypto, he's going to be C tier, and yeah, alright, let's get into the next one. Okay, so the next legend is going to be Bangalore in C tier. I feel kind of bad, because like Bangalore's not bad either. She's kind of like Crypto in the aspect that like she's got a good kit, and her ultimate's really good, but I feel like with the release and like buffs of other legends, they've kind of put her down. Like for example, let's be honest, Fuse can kind of take the part of Bangalore's ultimate, because Bangalore's ultimate's really meant to like push people out of an area or kind of freak them out a little bit, and that's exactly what Fuse's ultimate does. And for her L1, her smoke's not bad, but like with the new Bloodhound buff where he can get his or you know, they can get their scan, it's kind of like it's kind of brutal, because she puts the smoke down and everyone can see her with the scan. Or even honestly, how many times have people used her smoke just to revive someone? But the thing is now that Mirage can actually revive people invisibly, it's kind of puts her down a little bit, because like that's kind of the main thing people are using the smoke for. Get the revive off, you know, whatever. Now you're like helping your squad out. Thing is, now that Mirage can revive people, and you know, while he's invisible, kind of nerfs her in a way, you know. So I don't think she's a bad legend at all. I think with a couple of buffs, she can easily be high B tier, maybe even A tier. But until that happens, I'm gonna keep her at C tier. Okay, so now we're done with C tier. And we're moving into B tier. For my first B tier legend, I'm gonna put an Octane. Okay, I know a lot of people have been kind of overly eager to put Octane into like A plus tier, or even A tier for that matter. I'm sorry, I don't get it. Right? His ult, he got buffed in season 8. His his ultimate bounces you further if you like slide on it, but it bounces you higher if you jump on it while standing. I'm not saying that that's like a bad buff. It's a good buff. But to bump someone who was like originally a C tier legend easily to an A tier is kind of ridiculous. I haven't understood that. People's argument is that you can reposition easily with it. Listen, it's not going to be like, it's not like he can redeploy while he's doing it, or a squad. You know what I mean? It's just getting you a little bit further. It's not like, whoa, the craziest buff I've ever seen. Just for that reason alone, I'm going to keep him at B tier, or at least bump him up to B tier. I think I actually put him in B tier in my last video as well, so, it's not crazy different, but I just don't think he's worth A tier yet. I think he's easily a B tier legend, which isn't bad at all for him. Okay, for the next B tier legend, I'm going to do Mirage. Mirage, I think he's good. I don't think he's bad. I don't think he's like the best legend ever. He got a really good buff in this new update, where the footsteps on his decoys are actually, like, it sounds like actual footsteps from, like, another player, like a normal player. And it's not, like, silent. I played against a couple of Mirages lately, and I've been completely fooled by him, literally just for that reason alone. It sounds like there's a normal player, so, like, I'll peek around the corner because I hear someone come around the corner, and I'll shoot it immediately because, I'm kind of, excited, I guess, to shoot him. But what happens, I shoot a decoy, I get spotted, he comes up behind me and shoots me. I really like that buff. I think Mirage is good. I like how he can revive people and like while he's invisible. Just like why it's it's kind of why it's kind of a nerf to Bangalore, because she used to revive people while she was like with the smoke around her and everything. He's honestly he's been bumped up quite a few times now on tier lists lately. I think that's really good. I'm gonna keep him at B though for right now. I don't think he's an A tier legend yet, but I don't think he's bad at all. So that's where I'm gonna put Mirage. Okay, for the next legend, I'm gonna do Bloodhound. Bloodhound's been pretty good. A lot of people have been putting them in a really high slot. Even one of them at S tier. I'm sorry, I do not agree with that at all. Not even a little bit. Bloodhound's Bloodhound. I'm not saying they're bad at all. I think they're fine. But to say that they're the best legend in the game right now, I do not agree whatsoever. The scan is good. Scan's great. It's far. It's pretty quick now. The ultimate, you can actually scan like faster now when the ultimate's activated. That's really great. But at the end of the day, it's a scan. You have to be like facing the direction. It's nothing that's like, whoa, that's better than Gibraltar's dome shield. You know what I mean? So I'm going to put Bloodhound at B tier. I feel like maybe they could be A tier. I'm just going to keep them at B tier because I don't think they're ready yet. Alright, so don't get mad at me in the comments for that. I'm going to keep them at B tier. Okay, moving on to the next B tier legend, I'm going to do Pathfinder. So Pathfinder took quite a beating, in the last couple of big updates. I think he might have gotten like a little bit of a buff in one of them, but he got nerfed quite a few times, right? Cooldown times have been destroyed, things like that. He's not the best mobility legend anymore, let's be honest. Horizon kind of took a good team ability slot just for the fact that she can use her whatever thing that raises everyone up. I think that's great. Even Octane has the launch pad that's honestly kind of better than his zipline. But at the end of the day, it's Pathfinder. He's always good if you like to be a mobile player. You like to move around quick. Like to get high ground. He's great for the team. But I don't think it's anything to the point where he's higher than B tier. Maybe eventually, but I'm not yet. I don't think he's ready yet. So I'm gonna keep Pathfinder at B tier. And let's move on to the next legend. Okay, next is gonna be Wraith. This one's kind of brutal, right? Who's expecting Wraith to be B tier? I'm kind of being harsh, but I feel like Wraith got quite a smacking on the last update, right? She got that hitbox nerf It's pretty crazy, okay? I've killed quite a few Wraiths since then, and I usually struggle killing a Wraith. She's small, she's quick, it's very difficult to hit her, you know, she's got the phase, but with that hitbox nerf, dude, it's like hitting a normal sized legend. It's like, you know what I mean? It's pretty crazy. Just for that reason alone, I'm gonna put her at B. Again, great for, you know, moving her team around, great for everything like that. Not a bad legend at all. Just for the hitbox nerf, though, it bumped her down quite a bit, right? So, again, I don't think she's bad at all. I think she's a great legend, but just for the fact that you can hit her easily, she's going to be bumped down a few pegs. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to keep her at B. Okay, so for the last legend in B tier, I'm going to have to put in Loba. Loba's not a bad legend at all, but her tactical is completely broken. I don't know if you guys have seen the gameplays, but players throw her tactical and her bracelet, they try to teleport, and it literally doesn't work. That's unplayable. I'm surprised Apex hasn't fixed that yet, but they're pretty slow on updates sometimes, and this is one of them. It's annoying. I would not be happy if I was a Loba main, especially because, like, she has the potential to be a very good legend, but until that tactical's fixed, she's going to be B tier. My only other issue with Loba is the fact that she is not helpful late game at all, because her black market thing, it's great early game, right? Because you get your loot, you get better loot than everyone else, really, because you can loot quicker. But by end game, everyone's got the same loot at the end of the day, right? Because everyone's got, you know, gold armor, red armor, whatever. So what are you going to be looting at that point? I would say early game, again, she's very good, but late game is kind of the reason why, and that obviously the fact that she's kind of broken right now is why she's going to be B tier. Okay, so moving on to A tier. My first legend is going to be Revenant. That's right, he's made it this far. My boy's all grown up. I used to be a really, really big Revenant main, and I think he's always been kind of screwed in rankings. I don't know what it is. People don't see him as a useful legend, but what is not useful about him, right? His totem, you get a second life. Especially now you come back with 50 health, you literally get a second life. It's great. You get no armor taken off, you get a second life. It's fantastic. You run in, do damage, come back. Literally that's what happens. Just for that reason alone, he's going to be A tier. Obviously, his silence is very good. He has 2 of them now. That's huge when you're pushing someone, especially if you're working with, like, maybe a Horizon or something. You know, she throws down the black hole. He silences people. Other people throwing grenades. You guys are dead. They can't move. Just for that reason alone, he's going to be A tier, and I'm going to keep him there, so don't give me any, you know, heat in the comments for that. And, yeah, let's move on to the next legend. So for the next one, I'm going to do Wattson. I like Wattson. I think she's really great on ranked teams. You know, the fact that she's pretty much like Caustic, I don't want to say better, but different, because she gets defense, but she also has, like, an even better version of defense, just the fact that she has, like, the trophy system, or what is it called, interceptor, pylon, or whatever. That's huge. I mean, you get, especially because she's a direct nerf to Fuse right now, right? So he can't do anything against her when she has that down. She gets shield from it. It's huge for the squad. Really helpful. So for that reason, she's going to be A tier. Speaking of the other defensive legend, I'm going to put in Caustic as A tier as well. Caustic's always good, right? You know, he takes more damage. Great defender. Gas always hurts. Pain in the butt to go up against. So, yeah, he's A tier. I mean, there's nothing much to say about him. Honestly, I've been working with a trio lately, and he's worked really, really well in it. Just the fact that, especially when I'm playing with Fuse, make the Ring of Fire, Caustic's gas grenade literally fills up the entire thing almost. So guys die immediately, or they take 75 HP of damage. So he works really well on a lot of teams, and just for that reason, he's going to be A tier as well. For other, you know, legend in A tier, I'm going to do Horizon. I know a lot of people are like, oh, she's S tier. I'm sorry, I've never understood that. I think she's a good legend. I think she's very good with a team, but by herself, she's not great, right? She's not like the best legend you'll ever see when she's not working with an entire squad who, like, circles around blowing things up, doing area damage, things like that. especially when she does her black hole. It's kind of more effective when you have guys who can chuck grenades in or do explosive damage, something like that, maybe like a fuse or something. For that reason, obviously, she's going to be A tier, because with a team, and this is a team-related game, she does very well, but without a team, sometimes she can kind of get lost in the mix of all the other solo-oriented legends like Octane or Mirage or something like that. For second to last legend in A tier, I'm going to do Lifeline. Lifeline's a medic, right? I mean, you can't have a medic on, like, C tier or something, so she's always good, especially the fact that she can revive an entire squad at the same time. That's huge. Literally. Especially, like, her passive with the force field, it's crazy. That's super effective. I mean, I know we can all, like, say right now that we've died to a Lifeline while they're reviving someone passively while they're shooting at us. It's crazy. It's really hard to play up against. Just for that reason, she's going to be A tier, and I don't think she deserves to be anywhere else except for that, meaning lower or higher. And then, finally, for the last A tier legend, I'm putting my new main, Fuse, up there. So, Fuse is kind of controversial. Sorry. A lot of people have been putting him very low lately, and I'm not really understanding why. Look at this gameplay, right? I've killed quite a few people just with, like, damaging them from fire, grenade, spam, everything. There's literally no one better right now to blow things up other than Fuse. Literally, I'm not kidding. If you can name one right now, I will, like, give you money. There's no one. And literally just for the fact that he can push people out of areas, his ultimate takes up a lot of different... Look at Knuckle Cluster right there. Obviously, that's a decoy, but still. Just the fact that, like, they know I have a Fuse, they know to stay away from me, it works. It's just fear. That's literally what it comes down to. They don't want to go near the ring of fire. It can affect a lot of people. If you get stuck in that thing, that'll kill you. Quick. Trust me, I've been stuck in it. It's a pain. So, just the fact that he's really helpful with a lot of teammates right now, a lot of different legends, he works really well with them, he's going to be A tier. I don't think he's... I definitely don't think he's any lower than that, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm going to keep him at A tier. And, yeah, let's move on to the one S tier legend, who is Gibraltar. Obviously, I think we all knew Gibraltar was going to be up here, right? Because it's Gibraltar. He takes damage, deals damage, defends damage, he does literally everything, right? So I think he deserves to be S tier. I'm assuming they're going to nerf his gun shield lately. I think the devs actually have talked about that already. So, you know, when that happens, maybe he'll be A tier. Who knows, right? But until then, I'm going to keep him at S tier. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can watch the rest of the gameplay. It actually has a really, really great ending. So stay tuned for that. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.